Oh, hello there. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really, really hope so. Here we go then. This is a very special live stream. I didn't plan on doing this today. I made no plans to do a live stream, so I have nothing prepared. Here I am, completely spontaneous in the garden. It is an absolutely glorious day. It's beautiful here today, and it's also very, very hot. Right now, here in England, we are having something called a heat wave. We are having a heat wave at the moment. That means that the temperature is higher than it normally is. So normally in the summer we will have nice temperatures, nice weather, it will feel warm, but sometimes the temperature rises much higher than it normally does, and that is what is happening at the moment. We are having a heat wave here in England. There is a song, by the way, sung by Noel Coward called Mad Dogs and Englishmen Go Out in the Midday Sun. So here I am now, one of the hottest times of the day. I must be crazy. And also I am live on YouTube. I hope you can hear me okay. I have set all of this up in a hurry. So I've put the camera outside, I have my microphone outside. I also have you on the live chat as well. So I hope you can hear me and see me okay. I hope you can see me clearly. Look, I have a big bottle of water as well because I have a feeling that I might get a little bit thirsty during this live stream. Now the big question is anyone watching? Is anyone out there? I really, really hope so. First of all, let me put my water down on the ground. That's better. So let's have a look at the live chat, shall we? Let's see if there is anyone on there. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's no one there. In which case, why am I here? So let's see, anybody on the live chat? Oh yes, there are people on the live chat. Oh, thank goodness for that. Let's see who was here then earlier. Hadel, hello Hadel, hello Pashanta, hello Lucas, also Flower. Wow, amazing view. Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous here today. The weather is amazing. It is so hot. I can't begin to tell you how hot it is at the moment here in England. It's around about 28 degrees at the moment. It is blistering. I love that word, blistering. If the weather is blistering, it means that it's very hot indeed. Hello to Selma, also to Thomas, and also to Livy. Hello, Livy. Nice to see you here today. I hope you are well. I hope you can teach me English so I can be an English teacher in Hong Kong. Oh, well, Livy, I will try my best. And of course, you have come to the best place because I've been teaching English here on YouTube for over 11 years. It's true, I've been here for over 11 years. This is now my 12th year on YouTube. Don't forget, there are live subtitles. So as I talk to you now, you will be able to watch subtitles at the bottom of the screen. Yes, this is something that YouTube have recently introduced. So now you can actually watch the live stream and also you can see the subtitles underneath. You have to click on the subtitle button and then you can have them. Oh, yes. Thank you, Tran. Nam Tran says, I love your garden. It's beautiful today here. And of course, during the summer months in England, all of the leaves are out, all of the flowers come into bloom. Everything looks quite amazing. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I hope you are okay. I am okay, Amri Wadi. I am, of course, taking a very big risk today because recently I've been suffering from hay fever. So I'm hoping that I don't start sneezing. So if I start sneezing, I do apologise. It is because of my seasonal allergy. Normally during the summer months I get hay fever, which causes me to sneeze, and it makes my eyes very sore and my nose starts to run. So if I do start doing that, I apologise. Hello, it's very hot too in France, says Marie Claude. Hello, Marie. Yes, it's very hot here. You can see that I'm standing in the sun. It's blistering here. What I'm trying to do at the moment is to get some shelter under the tree. But of course, the sun is always moving. So I have to make sure that I don't spend too much time in the direct sunlight, because of course it isn't good for you if you spend too much time in the sun. It is not good for you. It's definitely not good for your skin anyway. Hello, man, says Ahmed Al-Furi. Oh, hello there. Nice to see you. Nice to see you today. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Hi there. I think that's from Russia. Oh, we have someone in Russia watching. That's great. Nice to see you. Meanwhile, Mr. Duncan, we have heavy rain in Indonesia, says Tias. Really? But of course, if you live in a tropical country and you get rain, then normally it means that the temperature will stay very high. It will become very humid. Lots of moisture in the air. Anna Rita is here. Hello, Anna. Thanks for joining me today. This is a spontaneous live stream. I have nothing planned. I just thought it would be a good idea to come outside for a while and share some of this lovely summer sunshine with you, because we are having a heat wave here in England. You should be able to get subtitles. I'm just checking now to see if there are any live subtitles, so please bear with me. Let's just see if there are some live subtitles. Yes, there should be subtitles. There should be subtitles on the screen at the moment. So if you are watching on an Android device, or if you are watching on a PC, you can have live subtitles. It's incredible. They are live, yes. So I've just checked and they are there on the screen. Incredible. Wow. That's rather impressive, to be honest. Noor Khalil says, hello, Mr. Duncan. I'm watching from Somalia. Today is the 58th anniversary of when Somaliland got their independence from Britain in 1960. A very long time ago. 58 years ago, in fact. Before I was born. Yes, that's how long ago it is. It was even before I was born. That's a very long time ago. Hello from the Czech Republic. It is the first time to watch you on the live stream. Radek. Hello, Radek. Vanshi. It's okay, yes. You are welcome. No problem. Hello from the Czech Republic, and also Amri Wadi says, yes, it's incredible. So if you are watching on an Android device, or if you are watching on a PC, not an Apple device, because apparently the live subtitles don't work at the moment. So some people might have subtitles on the live chat or on the live stream, and some might not. So that's why I'm saying now. This is something that's only just been introduced, and I am one of the first people on YouTube to have this. It's true. Hello, I'm from Belarus, and my name is Alexander. Nice to meet you, Mr. Duncan. Hello, Alexander. Nice to see you. So actually you are in Belarus. Well, a big hello to Belarus and also to you, Alexander. I hope you are watching and enjoying and staying cool. Unlike me, because at the moment it is boiling hot. It is so hot at the moment here in England. About 28 degrees. We are having a heat wave. Yes, I am using an iPad and there are no subtitles. That's right. If you are using an iPad or an Apple device, you will not be able to get the live subtitles. Why can't you just say Happy Independence Day to Somalia instead? Well, I will say Happy Independence Day to Somalia. 58 years ago today. Incredible. I'm on my laptop and it really does work. Thank you, Amory. I hope you are enjoying the live subtitles. This is something that only started last Sunday. So on Sunday, the live subtitles were introduced on my YouTube channel. So this is brand new. So I think today, this is a very good opportunity to test the live subtitles. English Online says, hello, I'm your follower and you are my idol. I think you mean idol. Daniela, hello, Mr. Duncan. Thanks for this spontaneous live stream. Yes, I did not plan to do this today. This is completely spontaneous. I didn't plan this. So everything I'm saying now is completely spontaneous. I haven't prepared anything. My goodness. Don't forget, I am back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. UK time. So I will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time. So yes, I'm very pleased to hear that the live subtitles are working for those who can get them. They are now available if you are watching on an Android device or if you are watching on a PC. But it won't work at the moment on anything else. Here it is rainy and it's 22 degrees. Oh, a little cooler, but I would imagine it feels very humid at the moment where you are. Are you married? A lot of people ask if I'm married. Well, I'm not married, and that's the reason why I always look so happy, because I'm not married. I'm very glad to hear that the live stream is working and also the live subtitles. Best guitar covers. Oh, I see. Do you like playing the guitar? I wish I could. Unfortunately, I can't play the guitar. I wish I could. Mr. Duncan, I am watching in Morocco and I'm very happy to be your student on YouTube. Thanks for teaching us. You are welcome, no problem. It's my pleasure. That's the reason why I do this. Indigo says, what a surprise. What a surprise. I'm so surprised to see you here on the live stream. Thank you, Inigo, for that. I have just received news in Arizona that it's very hot and scorching, and many people are dead because of that. Do you mean here? Well, I can assure you at the moment, I don't think anyone has died because of the heat here. Unless, of course, you're talking about another country. Hello from Tenerife. We are having a wonderful day here in the beautiful Tenerife. I'm so jealous. How nice. But I think here, maybe here it's just as hot. So maybe here in England it is just as hot as it is there in Tenerife, perhaps. Subtitles will be working if your speech is so clear, but I prefer not to use them. Okay, Anna, some people like to use the subtitles whilst other people don't like to use them. So, to be honest, it's entirely up to you. I hope you can see me okay, because the sunlight is now coming down on me quite harshly. So I hope you can actually see me. Yes, the subtitles would be working because your speech is clear. Yes, thank you very much. I'm glad that my speech is coming through clearly. Russia is gratefully watching and listening to you. Well, of course, the world is watching Russia at the moment because of the World Cup that is taking place. And, of course, the other day, on Sunday, England beat Panama. So England are still in the World Cup. What about your country? Is your country still in the World Cup? Are they still there? By the way, Mr. Duncan, your camera is very clear. Thank you very much for that. This is a live stream from my garden, live from England. And just to prove it, it is now 20 minutes past 2 o'clock. 20 past 2 on a Tuesday afternoon, 20 past 2, and Mr. Duncan is here with you. I think it's better just to listen to and not read the subtitles, in my opinion. Some people like to read the subtitles. They prefer to have the subtitles on the screen, whilst other people like to listen without subtitles. And then if they do that, then it will improve their listening skills. So maybe if you are learning English, maybe if you are just starting out on your road to learning the English language, then perhaps watching the subtitles is a good idea. So some people like to watch the subtitles whilst others prefer not to. Beautiful nature in your backyard. When I see it, I have a big desire to go on vacation. Well, I was going to say the same thing, but I don't need to. I don't actually need to go on vacation. I can just stand in my garden and enjoy it. Yes, it's very hot here, very hot indeed. In fact, I'm standing here in the sun and I can feel the sun on my arms. Oh, I've just had a lovely compliment about my hat. This is my hat, my big hat that I wear when I'm out in the sunshine, and this will protect my neck and also my face and the top of my head from the harmful sunshine. Thank you, Lydia, for your lovely, lovely comment. Lydia, oh, have you seen Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady. English Online says, I am also unmarried and very happy like you, and I want to be a great English teacher. Please suggest to me ways and also teach in Canada with my strong desire. So English Online, I think you want to actually go to Canada to teach English. Good luck with that. How can I buy a watch like yours because I really love it? Well, this particular watch isn't very expensive. It was actually quite cheap. So this is not an expensive watch. I don't normally buy expensive watches. So this is my little Timex watch. I think it was quite cheap. And I've had this for 5 years, over 5 years. And it uses a battery. And the battery has lasted since I bought the actual watch itself. So yes, over 5 years, this watch has been running with the same battery. Amazing. Don't you just love technology? Isn't it great? It really is. Mr. Duncan, can you teach us some ways to say it's very hot? there are many ways to say it's hot. You can say it's boiling, it's scorching, it's sweltering, it's boiling hot, it's blistering. So there are many ways of talking about the hot weather, and if you are out in the hot weather, there are many ways of describing it. You can say it's hot, it's scorching, it's sweltering, it's searing. Oh yes, you can have searing heat. Searing, yes. So there are many differences. One name asks, what are the differences between American English and British English? Well, first of all, can I just say that there is only one English language. So the basic root of all English is the English language, which is just one thing. Then, of course, you have the differences between accents and also some of the differences between the spellings of words. So those are the main differences. But to be honest, when you're talking about the root of English, there is only one English language. Hot. What is the difference between hot, warm, and heat? Well, heat just means general heat. Or it is hot, generally. So we talk about the heat. Or maybe if you are specifying a certain temperature, you might talk about a certain heat or a certain temperature. The heat is about 28 degrees. Or, of course, if you are cooking food, you might have to put your oven on. You might have to heat the oven. So it can be used also as a verb as well, to heat something up. Or you can say the heat is unbearable, and that means that we are using it as a noun. Then, of course, there is hot. Well, if something is hot, it has a high temperature. And what's the other one? Warm. Well, warm means it is quite hot. So it isn't really hot, it is warm. We might say that if the heat or the temperature is pleasant and bearable, maybe we can say that it is warm. So it is not too hot, it is warm. Mr. Duncan, I highly recommend you leave a pause for the subtitles to work well. Well, I don't want to speak too slowly, or else I might sound very strange if I start speaking very slowly. Wow, there are many trees behind you. I wish I could live in the place like that. Thank you, Huang. Yes, the garden is looking rather nice at the moment. There are lots of beautiful flowers. The trees at the moment are looking quite magnificent. They are. Wow. Can we combine among British accent? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Well, there are many different British accents, just in the same way that there are many different American accents. In fact, in every language, there are different accents. In India, I'm Indira from Colombia, and I really love the way you teach. Thank you. I'm having difficulty seeing the phone because the sun is shining on it. Can you see that the sun is reflecting off the phone into my face? So I do apologise if I mispronounce your name. My phone is red hot. It is so hot at the moment. I hope it doesn't explode. So, live chat, very busy. Can you talk about trees to get some information? Well, there are many different types of tree in the garden. Behind me over there, you can see there is an apple tree over there. Just above me, can you see? Just above me, this is a cherry tree, a little cherry tree. Can you see it? With its beautiful red leaves. So there is the cherry tree. And that's what I'm standing by at the moment. And also just over this side, you can't see it at the moment, there is a damson tree. Damson. A damson is a type of fruit. It can be very sour, quite bitter to the taste. And also just there, can you see there, that particular tree is called a conifer. Conifer. It is a special type of tree. It is also called an evergreen because in the autumn it doesn't lose its leaves. Excuse me, I had to have a little sneeze then because my hay fever is starting to affect me. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? That's better. I had to wipe my nose. I apologise for that. Hello, my lovely teacher. Would you like to tell me to teach the same way you are teaching? For example, to pronounce words correctly. Well, the best way to learn how to pronounce words is to listen to the way in which they are pronounced. So this is why I enjoy doing these live streams. I like to do this because it gives you a good opportunity, a good chance to listen to English being spoken. And of course, this is spontaneous. Spontaneous. There is nothing planned. I don't plan this. So I'm standing here now talking to you live at just after 2:30, 2:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, the 26th of June. So that's basically my advice. Hi, Mr. Duncan. What are you doing? What a nice surprise. Thank you, Nicole, for that. It's very nice to be here, even though I am taking a risk at the moment, because my hay fever has been very bad today, so I hope I don't start sneezing too much. A few moments ago, I was sneezing, for which I apologise. Mr. Duncan, I am Raza from Hong Kong. I am your fan. You have inspired my life. I want to prepare videos like you, according to my major. Please continue your videos. You are famous in Hong Kong. Really? Thank you, Reza, for that. I didn't realise that I'm famous in Hong Kong. Wow. I used to be famous in China because I used to live there. I lived there for over 4 years. Can you believe it? Mr. Duncan, you are 1 hour ahead of us. I live in Egypt in the north of Africa. Oh, I see. You're not very far away, really. So the time zone is very similar. So I am 1 hour ahead. So you are 1 hour behind. If there's one thing that always confuses me, it's all of the different time zones around the world. There are so many different time zones. So depending on where you are in the world, there are many different time zones. And sometimes it can get very, very confusing. My nose is starting to itch, and that's never a good sign. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Why do you use do as I do apologise? Normally we use do to give more of a meaning to what we're saying. You are sort of reinforcing the emotion. Oh, I do apologise. So you can hear there is some stress in the voice when you say, oh, I do apologise. I do apologise. You are reinforcing, you are showing that you are very sorry for the thing. I am so sorry. I do apologise. I think there's a helicopter coming. So in a moment there might be a large helicopter coming over the house. I can hear it approaching. Can you hear the helicopter flying overhead? There it goes. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for disturbing my live stream with your helicopter. It's not very nice, is it? I always get excited when Mr. Steve arrives. Well, sadly today Mr. Steve is not here because he is working. He's not even here at the moment. I think it's just the other way round. Egypt must be 1 hour ahead of the UK. Oh, okay then. So actually it's later in Egypt and we are 1 hour behind you. Yes, I think you might be right there. Do you see what I mean? I get so confused by the time zones. They really confuse me. Do English people use the proverb, it's raining cats and dogs? Well, only if it's raining. So sometimes we might use it in a humorous way. So, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. Well, actually, at the moment, it isn't raining cats and dogs. What a beautiful yellow flower behind you, Mr. Duncan. Yes, there are some lovely flowers just behind me. Can you see them over there? There are some lovely yellow flowers, and they have actually come out over the past 2 days. So a couple of days ago, they all started to come out. So maybe tomorrow night or maybe next Sunday, I will show you those flowers close up. Is that a deal? I hope so. You are right, Mr. Duncan. Yes, I think... Oh, I am right. I am an hour before you. Oh, okay then. What? Mr. Duncan, hi from London. The weather is amazing here as well, says Julia. Julia. Oh, Julia, you are watching in London. I imagine it's very hot there. In fact, I think it's even hotter. So here it's hot, but I think down in London it's even hotter. I think today in London it's going to be about 30 degrees in London. Here it's only about 28 degrees. You speak slowly on YouTube compared to my old colleagues. You speak slow. The accent is not important. But as a language teacher, speaking accurately is more important. Yes, I think so. Well, there are 2 reasons why I'm speaking slowly today. One is because I'm speaking to people who might not understand all of English. And the other reason is we have live subtitles. Yes, so as I'm speaking here right now, there are live subtitles. That's amazing. Thank you once again to YouTube for giving me live subtitles. Isn't that amazing? Yes, this is a surprise lesson. Sujin, watching in South Korea at the moment. A big hello to South Korea. Would you like to teach us writing? Well, that's a good idea, yes. Not at the moment, though, because I can't do it in the garden, because I don't have a pen and I don't have any paper. And also, it's a little bit too bright. What do you do for a living? In my general life, well, I teach English, I write about English, so that's my main job. And of course, for over 11 years, yes, it's true, for over 11 years, I've been here on YouTube teaching English to you for free. People say, Mr. Duncan, are you crazy? Why do you do it? You go on YouTube, you appear on YouTube, and you do all of this for free. I'm not charging you for this. This is all free. This is my time. I'm giving this to you for free. Incredible. Was the helicopter flying above you or over you? Well, it was doing both. So it went above me and also it flew over me. So sometimes above can happen for just a very short time. So the helicopter was flying and for a moment it was above me. But then it continued to fly onwards. It carried on. So for a moment it was above me. But of course we can also say that the helicopter was flying over me, or the helicopter flew over me as past tense. So there are many ways of doing that. I don't have any subtitles live. Why? Well, Nicole, it depends what you are watching your videos on. So if you are using a mobile device that is made by Apple, then you won't have the subtitles live. And of course, if you are using a computer that's made by Apple or uses the iOS system, you will not have subtitles. However, if you are using an Android device like this or a PC, then you will have live subtitles. Isn't that nice? Mr. Duncan, would you be scared of those trees? Because I know trees have wild animals such as snakes. No, Kamal, fortunately, we don't have any poisonous snakes here. We do have some snakes, but they are very small and they are harmless. So, no, I'm not afraid. Oh, hello. You could go outside. Yes, I can. I can go outside, and I am outside right now. Even though I've been suffering from hay fever today, I am outside. What do you think? Do you think I'm very brave doing that? I think so. Mr. Duncan, I also want to congratulate you for England's football team. The England football players demonstrated a perfect play in their last match. Thank you, Reza Hadi, for that lovely comment. Thank you very much. I will be going soon. This is only a short live stream. I am now standing out in the sun on a very hot day here in England, for those who have just joined me. Nicole says, I have a PC and I don't have subtitles. Well, you have to click on the small button underneath. There is a small button underneath, and you click on that and then the subtitles will appear. So you have to click on the small subtitle button, which is at the bottom of the screen. So I hope that helps. Viet Pham Van says hello. Hello to Viet Pham Nam, watching in Vietnam, I think. Are you watching at the moment in Vietnam? I know that I have lots and lots of viewers in Vietnam. Mr. Duncan, I like that you do not concentrate on grammar and instead concentrate on listening skills and vocabulary. The best part about you is that you are so good at describing things around you. Well, that is because I've been doing this for many, many years. I started doing this a long time ago. 15 years ago, in fact. Can you believe it? I am bold as you and I want to buy... I don't know what that means. Let me just have a look there. I can't quite read that. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Sorry about that. Mr. Duncan, beautiful scenery. Thank you, Chris, for that. I'm having difficulty reading the screen because the sun now is shining on my phone. Can you see? The sun is now shining on my face. And my phone is very, very hot. It is getting very hot. If something is below or beneath, they can be used in the same way. So something can be below and something can be beneath. We can also say underneath as well. So underneath, below or under. Hello, Tias. Long time no see. Yes, it's nice to see Tias here again, watching in Indonesia. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I'm watching from Xi'an in China. A big ni hao to you. It is very hot here at the moment in England. What about you? Is it hot in China? I think it might be. I remember from my days in China, the summer was always very, very hot, especially where I was, because I was very near to the desert. So the place I was staying at in China was very near to a desert, and it was very, very hot. Mr. Duncan, Tias has created a group on Facebook for Mr. Duncan's fans. Really? I didn't know that. I had no idea. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Please talk about set. I know what you're doing. Are you on Mr. Steve's side? I think so. Yes. Every week, Mr. Steve tries to talk about uses of the word set, and I always stop him. Oh, you mean my hat? Oh, I see. Yes, this hat, they call this hat a sun hat. So this is actually a sun hat. And the reason why it's called a sun hat is because you wear it in the sun and it protects your face and your neck. So yes, this particular hat is called a sun hat. Sun hat. I actually bought this in Turkey when I was on holiday in Turkey. So this hat I actually bought in Turkey. It is my first time on your live stream and I love English. I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Literature and I hope to learn more from you than what I learned in university. Thank you, Chris, for that. You are welcome. Everyone is welcome. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you do in your life, it doesn't matter. You are welcome to join me right here. On Wednesdays, normally I'm here Wednesday night, 10 p.m. UK time, and also I am here every Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time. And right now I am live on English, and as you can see, it is 10 minutes to 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, a very hot day. It's so hot here today, very hot. It is scorching. It is very, very hot. The heat is intense. Intense. Very strong. I can feel the heat very easily because it's very intense. Wow. I watched one of your 2017 films where you wear a wig and you are pretending to be Donald Trump's cousin, Duncan Trump. Yes. I actually did that. That's actually a live stream that I did on the same day that President Trump became president. Hello from Dubai. Hello, Ahmed Mahmood. Hello to you. A big hello from a very hot England. I think maybe today it's as hot here as it is in Dubai. I think so. Hello from Brazil, says Rita. Please talk about set. Oh, see what's happening. Everyone wants to hear about the word set. I blame Mr. Steve for that. It's his fault. It's boiling hot here in Korea. I think so. Well, I imagine it's always hot in Korea. I think so. My ex-colleagues who are from different countries speak English fast. One of my friends said my English was bad. Really? Well, some people can be very cruel, especially when they are criticizing you. So don't worry about it. You can learn English at your own pace. Don't rush your learning, okay? So don't go too quickly and don't rush. So don't listen to what people say, because sometimes they can be very, very unfair. So please, don't worry. I read an English newspaper and I learned at least 3 words. Thank you, Anish. I am very curious to find out what those words are. I want to know what the words are. I'm very interested to find out. I think I will move the camera. Do you mind if I move the camera? I'm going to change the camera slightly so I can move away from the sunlight. So please wait a moment. I will be back in a moment. Don't go away. This is not very professional, by the way. Please bear with me. You see, this is not as easy as it looks. I don't think you can see me at all now. That's not very good, is it? No, it is not. Yeah, there we go. I think you can see me now. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yes. I think that is much better. Do you know where I am? I'm now standing under the damson tree. I am, yes. I'm now standing under the damson tree, and I hope you can see me, and I hope you can hear me. Whew. Well, that wasn't easy. I thought that was going to be easy, but of course Sometimes in life, things aren't as easy as they seem. Ah, that's better. Oh, that's nice. I'm in the shade now, so I'm actually underneath the damson tree. Are there no American friends in this lesson? I don't know. Sometimes we have viewers watching in the United States. Sometimes. Yes, Mr. Duncan. It was a hat, but not hut. For us Spanish speakers, they sound similar. Yes, there is a difference between hat, hat, hut, hat, oh, hat, hut. Apparently I only see a freezed Mr. Duncan. No, there's no freezed Mr. Duncan. It should be moving. Yes, I think you might have a problem with YouTube. I think so. Yes, I'm now standing underneath my damson tree. The damson tree. And if you look very closely, you can see there are some damsons at the moment actually on the tree. Can you see? Can you see there? There is a damson. There it is. Just there. A little damson. So in a couple of months' time, there will be lots of lovely, juicy damsons on the tree. This is not easy to do, by the way. It's not very easy to stand under a tree and do a live stream at the same time. It's very difficult. Hello from Nepal. Talaz says hello from Nepal. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's Mr. Duncan, that's me, live on YouTube, and it's just approaching 3 o'clock. Can you see? Just coming up to 3 o'clock here in the UK. I learned from you and other YouTube teachers a lot, more than what I have been taught in my school. Thank you, Huang. That's very kind of you. Are there any caterpillars on the damson tree? Now, sometimes you get caterpillars on the damson tree. They can be quite a nuisance. Damson. Sorry, I'm being very distracted here by something. I don't know what that was. Hello from Venezuela. Osiris. Hello, Osiris. How are you today? What a surprise to see you here today. What a surprise. Do you know what I think? I think I might be having a delivery left at the house. I think someone is trying to deliver something at my house. Just a moment. Please excuse me. Just one moment. Oh dear. Oh. I was right. Someone was delivering a parcel to my house. So that's why I heard a sound. A very distracting sound. So, yes, the delivery driver was about to leave this note to say that he had left a parcel. So there you go. Whew, that was exciting. Just to prove that this is live. And it is. It's very live. Maybe it is a surprise that Mr. Steve ordered for you. No, I know exactly what it is. I know what's been delivered. I think Mr. Steve has actually bought some new garden equipment for cutting the hedges. So I think he's ordered a new trimmer for trimming the hedges. So I think that's what it is. I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't ordered anything, no. I think it's Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve has been ordering. He's been clicking online, buying things. I think so. You're great, Mr. Duncan. This is really like a live broadcast. I like your flip-flops. Thank you, Inigo. Do you like my flip-flops? And also today I'm wearing my lovely coloured socks as well. I hope you like those too. Yes, I'm under the tree. I'm standing under my damson tree. And there you can see. Can you see the little damsons? There are some little damsons on my damson tree. And there are lots of birds at the moment in the garden. They're all flying down and feeding in the garden. And this morning, can you guess what I had this morning? I had a little baby woodpecker. A small woodpecker was feeding in my garden. Oh, very nice. I got very excited when that happened. Very excited. Your house is so green. Yes, the garden at the moment looks very green because it is now mid-summer. So now we are at the highest point of summer. So everything now is all out. All of the leaves are out on the trees and everything is very lush. I love that word, lush. If something is lush, it means it looks very green and alive. Lush. What is the name of the camera you are using? How is your internet so easy to use when you're outside the building? What is the area behind you on your left shoulder? There are a lot. I think that's probably the edge of the house you can see there, I think. I think that's the house you can see. The camera I'm using is a Sony professional camera. It's a high definition camera. So the camera I'm using is actually a proper camera. It isn't a webcam. It is an actual professional camera. And the internet connection is very, very fast. And that's the reason why I can do this. There is a lot of technology involved. It's very, very complicated, the way in which this picture and this sound gets to you. Very complicated indeed. Mr. Duncan, why is the world different? The world has one shine, but not one level of temperature. Well, it's all to do with the sun and the earth. So sometimes the earth will tilt one way, and sometimes the earth will tilt the other way. So sometimes in the north it will be very hot, and sometimes in the south it will be very hot. And of course in the middle it's always hot. So that's the reason why. Professional camera for professional lessons. Oh, thank you very much. I'm so flattered. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Have you ever had meals outside in your garden? Yes. Sometimes I like to have a hot meal, or sometimes a sandwich, or maybe a nice cold drink, or sometimes a cup of tea as well. Sometimes I like to have a cup of tea in the garden. So yes, I have. The leaves are moving back and forth. Yes, the leaves are moving. They are moving because there is a gentle breeze. So it isn't windy, it's breezy. There is a gentle summer breeze making me feel very, very happy. There are only 2 seasons in my place where I'm living. There is sun and rain. That's right, Huang, because where you live is tropical. It's very, very humid and very hot. Have you changed your mobile phone, Mr. Duncan? No, I haven't. I still have my old phone. So the phone you see now is the old phone that I've had for many years. So this particular phone is a Samsung Galaxy S5, and it's very old. So now this phone is not even available. You can't even buy this phone anymore. That's how old it is. So this phone is now obsolete. The phone is obsolete. That means it is no longer available. It is no longer made. It is obsolete. This phone is very old. So I am thinking of getting a new one, but I'm not sure at the moment. I really haven't decided. Do you like to swim? Palmyra asks, do I like to swim? Damson tree. Yes, Amriwadi, damson tree. I am standing under my lovely damson tree on a sunny day. When writing a letter, what is the proper start when making a formal request? It really depends on what you are asking for. So you might ask, would it be possible? Or could I please? So it really depends on what you are asking for. So maybe you are asking for someone's address. You might say, Dear Sir, Dear Madam, I am writing to you concerning someone's phone number. I am wondering whether it would be possible for you to give the number to me or to pass the number on to me. But it really does depend on what you're asking for. What sort of technology have you done for your live stream? Please tell me the name of your camera. Well, the camera is only a small part of everything that I use. So the camera is only part of it. There are many other things that I use. There are lots of cables. There is a big mixer for mixing the sound. There is also something called an encoder, which will change the picture into a signal that can be read by a computer. So there are many things involved. The one thing you really do need is fast internet. You need a very good internet connection. So your internet connection must be very fast. I'm quite lucky here because my internet connection is very fast. I have about 40, maybe 42 megabytes to send. So that is very, very high. So my internet speed here is fast, which allows me to send out my live streams in high quality. How do you feel about England's success in the World Cup so far? Well, I don't really follow football. I don't follow it, to be honest. I'm not a fan of football. I don't hate it. I just don't follow it. Yes, if something is out of date, it means it is obsolete. It is no longer made. It is no longer manufactured. So something that is out of date, it is old, it is no longer made. For example, my phone. This particular phone is very old. It is now obsolete. Maybe it's time for me to buy a new one. Maybe. Are the bulls near your house? I think the cows and the bulls are actually asleep in the shade around the corner. So they're not here today. They were actually... Did you see them at the start today? Did you see them sleeping on the ground? So they were around the corner, but I think they've gone now. I think they've gone into the shade because it's very, very hot. It's sunny where you are. Yes, it is. Where I live, I'm experiencing a typhoon right now. We get about 10 typhoons every month. That's incredible. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. Chris Morales. I'm very sorry to hear that. That's incredible. 10. Can you imagine having 10 typhoons every month? That's incredible. Mika. Hello, Mika. Nice to see you. Watching in Japan at the moment. I have some tomatoes that are slowly turning red. They are becoming red. So they are becoming ripe. Livy asks, can you speak a little faster? Well, the problem is if I speak too quickly, then some people won't be able to understand what I'm saying. And also, the automatic subtitles will not understand what I'm saying either. Mr. Duncan, I've just started to watch you and I've just a little knowledge about you and Mr. Steve. So I wonder if there is any relationship between you and Mr. Steve. I'm asking because you're looking very similar to each other. Can I just say that Mr. Steve and myself, we are not related. We are definitely not related, okay? Definitely not. Mr. Duncan, me and some of my friends don't use plastic products anymore to protect the environment. That's very good. Yes, a lot of people now are deciding to boycott or to not use plastic products, such as plastic bottles and plastic bags. So, yes. Mr. Duncan, oh, that's from Reza. Thank you, Reza. So, yes, a lot of people now apparently here in the UK, we are going to ban, what is it? I can't remember. We are going to ban straws. So the thing that you drink through, plastic straws. And also, do you know the things that you clean your ears with? They are called cotton buds. Cotton buds. And they are used for cleaning your ears and sometimes maybe cleaning up your nose. You have to be careful, though. If you push something up your nose, you have to be very careful because you might lose it inside your head. So, yes, we are planning in this country to ban certain plastic items, such as straws for drinking through, and also plastic bags as well. So, yes, apparently it's happening. That's right. Success Builder says cotton buds. B-U-D. Bud. Cotton buds. Mr. Duncan, Donald Trump said that NATO is obsolete. And then I learned this interesting word. Yes, it is a very interesting word. Some people say that I'm obsolete on YouTube. What do you think? Do you think I'm obsolete? Do you think I'm out of date? Oh. The Paris Climate Agreement. Yes, that is the agreement that Donald Trump decided to withdraw from. It was earlier this year, wasn't it? Earlier this year. Yes, you are right. What time is it? Oh my goodness. It is 3:15. I've been here now for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Can you believe it? I think I will go soon because I've been here for a very long time, and to be honest, it's very hot. It really is hot. It's a boiling hot day here in the UK. Mr. Duncan, why Mr. Steve doesn't make or grow vegetables? Why doesn't Mr. Steve grow vegetables? I think one of the reasons is because it takes a lot of time, and sometimes we don't have time to do it. So that's the reason why. Some people might say it's laziness. Some people might say, Mr. Duncan, it's because you are lazy. Maybe. The green leaves and grass are refreshing to the eyes and very relaxing. Thank you very much for that. Yes, it's lovely out here at the moment. But can I just say it's very hot. It is absolutely boiling hot. It is scorching hot. It is sweltering. Very hot. You are an expert in this job. Thank you, Betil. The live broadcasts are really good. Yes, this is a very hard thing to do. Now, even if I was in the studio doing this, it would be difficult. It would be very difficult to do. And here I am now outside doing it live. And can I just say, it's even more difficult because there are so many things going on around me. The word dire is used in English grammar. Yes, we can use the word dire. So if something is dire, it means it is awful, it is terrible, it is dreadful, it is dire. Dire. It's a great word. Mr. Duncan, you are definitely in trend. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Apparently, I'm in trend. That means I'm trendy on the internet. Thank you very much for that. You are definitely the opposite of lazy. You are the opposite of lazy. Thank you very much. Anish asks a very interesting question. Anish asks, Mr. Duncan, how do I understand the lyrics of a song? Now, here's a good idea. And this is something that you can do nowadays because the internet is amazing. It really, really is. It's incredible, the internet. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of the internet? It's amazing. Apparently, sometimes on the internet, you can watch people standing in their garden, talking to themselves. It's true. You can actually go on the internet and you can type in the title of the song, and then you can read the words. You can look at the lyrics of the song. So that is a good tip. So I hope that that helps. So if you know if you know the name of the song, not the sound, but the name, if you know the title of the song, type it and search for it on the internet. Apparently yesterday in Saransk, it was 35 degrees. Wow, that is very hot. 35 degrees, can you believe it? Fahad says, you are a really funny guy. You mean me? Thank you very much for that. My mother also says the same thing. My mother says that I'm very, very funny. Apparently, I am an update teacher of English. Thank you very much for that. That's very kind. I love your voice and also the lovely weather as well. Thank you, Jung Kim. Thank you very much. Talaz says, we have 6 seasons, and at this very moment, the sweltering summer is almost over with the start of the tropical monsoon. Yes, of course, in some countries, monsoon season. The monsoon season can be very, very damaging, very destructive. You remind me of my English professor in university, Mrs. Fresnido. She loved to explain the English words in class. Thank you, Chris, for that. I hope my explanations are helpful. I hope they are. There are actually 2 planes, 2 aeroplanes going over my head at the moment. I am going in a moment. It is 20 minutes past 3 o'clock. If anyone else would like to join in, you are more than welcome, but I am going in a moment, okay? This is Mr. Duncan live in the garden, by the way, on a Tuesday afternoon. As I said, it's just after 20 minutes past 3 o'clock. There you can see the time. Can you hear the plane going over my house? Thanks for your lovely messages today, and of course I will be back tomorrow night, late and live at 10 p.m. UK time. I will be here, and also Mr. Steve will be joining me as well on the live stream tomorrow night. Yes, because normally I'm not here on Tuesday. So today is a very special live stream. I didn't even plan anything. So I've actually turned on the camera and then I've just started without any preparation whatsoever. Is that the sound of a UFO? I hope not. I can hear the birds are singing. Dui fam. Yes, I am surrounded by birds at the moment. They are all around me. Some of them are resting, some of them are feeding, and some of them are giving food to their babies. It is a very busy time of year for nature, especially around here. Lots of things going on at the moment. Have a cool relax, Mr. Duncan. I will have some lovely relaxation after I finish this live stream. Yes. I would like to drink something cold, maybe some cold water. Yes, I have some water here, actually. In fact, I'm feeling very thirsty at the moment. Excuse me. Just before I go, I want to have a drink of water. Do you mind? Do you mind? I hope so. I hope you don't mind. I have a very big bottle of water to quench my thirst. Ooh, that's nice. Refreshing. Oh, lovely. I'm not sure if I feel better or not after that. Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan. I'm glad to see you every time. What are the birds in the garden? Are they robins? There are many different types of bird in the garden at the moment. There are blackbirds, there are baby blackbirds being fed by their parents. There are great tits, there are blue tits, and there are coal tits. There are many different types of bird, including this morning I had a baby woodpecker in the garden. A baby woodpecker. Are you in the country? Yes, I am living in the countryside. My house is in the countryside. That is true. Those poor football players, they had to play football in 35-degree temperature. Can you believe that? I don't think I could stand that. I think I would collapse on the floor. Mr. Duncan, is there any waterfall nearby? Not here. So no, there aren't any waterfalls near here. But about 3 or 4 miles away, there is a very big river called the River Severn. The River Severn. Very close. About 3 or 4 miles over there. Just that way. A big river. Mr. Duncan, you reside or you live in a very beautiful area. So we can say that if you reside somewhere, you live somewhere. So you live in a very beautiful place. The place in which you live is very beautiful. We can learn many things from nature. Rohit, yes, you are right. I love nature very much. I can spend many hours watching nature. I think it's very, very fascinating. So, I am going now. It is coming up to 3:30. Can you see the time? It has gone by very quickly. I can't believe I've been here for nearly 1.5 hours. I've been here for 90 minutes. I hope you enjoy the sunny weather. I will. Success Builder says playing cricket, tennis and polo are all on the grass. Is it typically English? Well, playing cricket is very, very English. In many villages, they will play cricket. So yes, especially cricket. We can learn many things from nature. I think I've read that one already. And Palmyra says Ingleton Waterfall Park is not far from where you live. Really? I'm not sure where that is. I've never heard of that. You are really nice, Mr. Duncan. Thank you, Humaria. Thank you very much for that. Yes, I love looking at the stars at night. Sometimes when the sky is clear and the moon is not out, I like to lie on the grass and watch the stars. And sometimes at night you can see the Milky Way going across the sky. You can see millions and millions of stars in the sky. It's incredible. So yes, I do like watching the sky at night. Thank you, Mr. Duncan, for today's lesson. You are welcome. Nature is good, only when it is cultured. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sergio, for that. Have you ever played cricket, Mr. Duncan? Not since I was at school. And to be honest, I wasn't very good. That's it. I'm going. It's now coming up to 3:30. This is Mr. Duncan saying, I hope you've enjoyed this. Something very unusual. Now, this is something I had not planned today. So this is something I hadn't planned. But here I am anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed the past 90 minutes of live English. I am back tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time. Also, Mr. Steve will be here as well. So I hope you've enjoyed all of this. Bye to Louis. Bye to Sergio. Bye to Fernando. Oh, Fernando. Fernando is a little bit late. I think so. Don't worry, I will be back tomorrow anyway. I'm back tomorrow live 10 p.m. UK time right here on YouTube with my late and live English. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, saying thank you very much for watching me. Wherever you are in the world, have a super duper day, and I will see you, hopefully, tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK time. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.